Hey, it's Worth Playboy.
And my Playboys Bunny.
Welcome to our podcast where we discuss pickup, game, relationships, and
Sex.
so today this is a question from the my DMs on Twitter, and I'm going to unfortunately read it, but it's the best way to follow along.
It is. It's pretty involved, but I think it's really relatable.
And this guy, he's an intermediate when it comes to game, just to give you an idea where he's at mentally. I'm trying to figure out what I am doing wrong on these dates. I had a date yesterday that I thought went well because it ended with some solid, passionate kissing, and she said she wanted to go out on a second date over the weekend. And today, in the morning, I get a message saying at this time she does not think she wants to move forward. Mm-hmm. That's 3 times in the past month I have had dates that either ghosted or just have not progressed to the second date after the same scenario when the first date went well. And this is a common problem.
I think this happens a lot.
It happens a lot to guys that reach out to me because it's so confusing. And what I'm going to say is there's a certain amount of she knows, especially if you guys click, you guys hang out, there's some kissing, there's some touching, that on the second go around when you guys meet up, she's going to fuck you. Yeah. And girls, that's a lot to start taking on is, well, if I fuck him and then I'm going to fuck him a second time, and then a third, and then I have to decide if he's worth being a boyfriend. That's a lot, depending on where the girl is mentally. So I think a lot of times the girl bails early so she's not put in that position.
Mm-hmm, you know, absolutely.
She's dating, looking for something, but it's just bad timing. You know, and that's along with all the other possible scenarios. Her boyfriend called her that night when she went home. Yeah. Ex-husband comes back in the picture. A kid gets sick. Literally, they just wake up that morning, they don't feel well. Yeah. It could be anything. But I'm going to tell you what it's not. It's nothing you did.
Probably not. It sounds like this guy runs some pretty solid game.
Yeah. If you're a normal guy and you're successful with most of your meetups, mm-hmm. when you get a run, you're just having a bad run. It's like
just having a run of bad luck.
Yeah, it's like a batter that goes up and he's not getting a hit or getting on base and he's not getting walks, he's just striking out. It's luck, it's timing.
And then it messes with your confidence.
Yeah.
It's clearly messing with this guy's confidence, which sucks because I know he's pretty good.
Yeah, and then you want to like change things.
No.
And that's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
You've got a system that's proven itself. People don't change. Let's say you're dating, you get married, and then you divorce 10 years later. Things may have changed subtly in the dating world, but they're not going to change that much within a few months.
Right.
You know, so if you have a system that works and you're generally successful and you start seeing like 2 or 3 girls kind of sketch out on you, it's them, not you.
It's true. She gets a little bit panicky. Again, like Fort Worth said, she knows that if she goes out another time, she's going to fuck you, but she might still have a boyfriend or somebody that she's actually like been trying to start dating, and whether he's in the picture or not, you know, if she fucks you, it's going to mess up her chances there, or maybe distract her from this guy that she's been pining over, or an ex-boyfriend who literally, we could get home from a date and a guy who she hasn't seen in 5 years reached out on Facebook. I mean, you know, like all kinds of weird stuff happens like that. Just like when you start a new exercise program or try to do anything to improve your status or situation, both physically, mentally, emotionally, monetarily, you know, inevitably there will be 15 hurdles that get put in your way out of fucking nowhere. Same with this. You could be the best thing that's ever happened to her, but a little hurdle came about and it scared her off. And it has nothing to do with you. This guy, you know, we don't know him personally, but we've been acquaintances on Twitter, for years. There's no way that this guy doesn't have a solid system. And again, like Fort Worth said, it was working. He's just having a run of bad luck. And it's not even the quality of the girls that he's running up against. It's just a run of bad luck.
And it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Every player, every Playboy, every guy has ran into this. I don't think girls are introspective enough that they would go, yeah, I met like every guy other than the guy that they're fucking, they met was a loser. They're like, yeah, I met a string of losers. It could be like 15 guys that she slept with all of them. You know, but
so this isn't you. This is, just kind of bad luck. Shake it off. Now, if it gets to, this has been 3 dates that this guy is talking about. I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
I would say don't change anything. Maybe if it got to 10 of this same scenario.
Yeah, 10 that you're not having any wins in between.
Yeah.
No,
then you
gone.
kind of go, okay, well, maybe I need to shift. Maybe I have. A lot of times it's not that you need to change something. It's that you did change something without really meaning to or thinking about it. And then you go, oh.
Oh, yeah. I started using that crystal deodorant.
Seriously. Like, it could be something so minor.
Stupid.
Just maybe you changed one of your bounce locations. Maybe you changed
Yeah.
the timing of your text. Whatever the case may be, if you actually do have a run of bad luck that lasts a good long while, you changed something in what was working, and therefore it's not working anymore.
Let me give you an example, a simple example of, I've had guys send me messages where they're like going back and forth. He's like, what happened? He goes, usually my text game is pretty tight. And I go, do you always use emojis? He's like, no. I said, well, what are you using these like smiley face emojis? He goes,
yeah.
I figured I just try it. And I go, why did you change what works?
Yeah.
That's what's not working. Stupid
Something
shit.
as simple as using emojis versus not using emojis.
When you figure out what works, which less is more 99% of the time, you don't mess with it. Because you're going to, every player says, yeah, I changed what I was doing and it fucked up my game.
Yeah. And then it really is hard to recreate it. You can't, it's not like a back button on the computer.
No, it's fun. I mean, every guy goes through that.
Yeah.
They say, I'm just going to change this one thing.
Well, you see things in our neighborhood. You see things that are working for other people. Just like people who won't stick to an exercise program or a nutrition program or a money-making program. They don't. You keep trying to add more little things, and then it fucks you.
It breaks.
Yeah, it breaks. So we say it's a run of bad luck. If it happens to you, it sucks. Don't let it fuck with your head. If it happens consistently and like Fort Worth says, with no wins in between, then you need to revisit what really is going on.
And I would suggest, if you don't have a routine or system, pick up my book, Your Dating System. It gives you a standard outline that you can plug your likes and dislikes into.
Yeah.
Because it's just like working out. You need to have a plan.
Yeah.
And you need to have a plan that you can recreate over and over so you can improve on it. A lot of guys struggle for years and years because they're winging each date.
Yeah.
And they're all over the place.
Terrible idea.
It's like going into the gym and like, today I'm going to work out legs. And then you go for like 2 weeks and you walk back and you go, I'm going to do abs today.
Yeah.
You have to have a system. If you're going to go once every week and you're going to do full body, I'm going to work from bottom up. I mean, you have a plan so you know what's working and what's not.
Same goes for dating, 1,000%. If you like this podcast, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, especially if your friends are running into a run of bad luck with women. See what they're doing to fuck themselves up or just having a bad luck. But we want you to win. Bye.